What's up, everybody? So today's a good day for many reasons. So main reason, planting some food plots today. Well, my one big food plot here, it's almost an acre. My uncle and I decided, you can kind of see it right out here, we're just kind of doing a on the property food plot. I'm going to do half of it into rut time tubers and then half of it into beets and turnips from Whitetail Food Plots out of New York. This guy is awesome. He has great seed. There's no filler. It's just seed. He's a veteran, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful company, beautiful guy. So I'm excited for that. Yesterday morning, I got pictures of a giant. We knew this giant was alive. We got pictures of him last year. This is on our lease. But I'll give you a little sneak peek of him. Look at that deer. He's just absolutely beautiful. So to have a chance at him, that's not around here, it's in a different state, but to have a chance at hunting a deer like that's like a dream come true. Like, I mean, I got these deer back here, but they're nothing compared to that one. These are mostly local around the area, but to have a 170-inch deer, 180-inch deer like that is just gonna be freaking awesome. But so today the main thing is planting this food plot. I got this Hooyman seed spreader, so seed broadcaster, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna get stuff. This guy recommends, if you're a beginner, to mix this seed 50-50 with fertilizer. I'm not necessarily a beginner, but it does make it a lot easier, especially when spreading it in something like this. So I used to have the old cranks. This one's supposed to be much more comfortable. So we're going to strap that on, get out there, get that. I'm going to do half of it into the tubers, half of it into the beets and turnips. It's, like I said, 3/4 of an acre, a little bit more than 3/4 of an acre. Each one of these will do a half an acre. So we're going to get out there, get it done, and we'll check the progress when it comes along. But if you want to see any videos on this, I'm actually going to do a quick little video while I'm doing it, maybe throw it up on YouTube to kind of go over it, maybe an unboxing and just like how it works and what you want to do with it. But excited. We got big deer. Let's get it done. All right, so what we have is the Hooyman, I think. That's how they pronounce it, but it's a seed broadcaster, seed spreader for food plots. You could probably broadcast fertilizer, but it would take you forever. Maybe on a small food plot you'd be fine. So I kind of already cut the tape on this. So let's get her open. I haven't opened it yet. I've seen some reviews on it. They got great reviews. This kind of just be like what's in the package. So first of all, you got your manual, which I will be using. Looks like you got your chest straps here. Some double-sided tape maybe. I don't know, but that's for hooking it to. Get to the meat and potatoes of it here. Here's your crank for cranking out the seed. I'm actually going to be putting this to the use right now, to the test, because I have a little food plot right outside that I'm going to be planting. And when you take this out of the bag, be mindful that I just discovered that there's this little bag in there. Because I almost threw it away with that in there. So we'll make sure that that's empty. And then we'll take the whole unit itself out, maybe. Packed in there tight. Don't think there's more parts in there. Got a nice breeze coming through. That's actually bigger than I thought it was, which is good. It says it'll hold 35 pounds. Flip it on the side. Take this off. Fill it with your seed, whatever you want. I think my phone's sliding maybe. I don't know if I had any of that on film, but fill that up. Put your crank on. I don't know if this is either side. No, just this side. So, crank goes through here. It's threaded. You can see this through there, into there. Threads in. It's got a set screw. It's got lock nuts on here, so you'd have to probably put that on there first. But pretty self-explanatory. Use the lock nut. Put the cotter pin through there. That'll hold it on. And then you start filling and cranking. So we'll get everything put together, and then I'll get a little footage of me using it, and we'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to be a lot better than all the other ones. So, all right, so I got the harness on here. Pretty self-explanatory, just goes on. This is in the front. You can tighten the straps here. Got the crank on. Spins nice and smooth. That's pretty easy. You just thread it through and then put the cotter pin through that. But it's got a little nipple here, or whatever you want to call it. And it slides into this groove that's right here. So that slides in. You face those up. You put that in there. I mean, obviously you'd want to fill it with seed and stuff first before you put it on. And then you can adjust these straps however you want them. You want it nice tight up against your chest. And you just walk and spread. And it's got a little window on the top here, which I like, so you can see right down inside there, so you know if you're getting low on stuff. And then over here is your adjustment, whether the seed's coming in or out, coming down. You can see it when you turn this. I can see it open inside there. So the thing I was worried about with this seed, like you can see how small these are. So that's why it says the mixer with fertilizer. These are teeny weeny little seeds. So a lot of the spreaders have either really wide open or really small, but this one, when I look down in there, when I turn this crank, it's like a little teeny weeny bit, so it'll be perfect for those small seeds. And it even opens up pretty good size, so it's like a triangle, probably about that big, and then it closes up when you turn this knob over here. So you can do little seeds like this, or you can even do big soybeans. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be perfect. So I'm going to mix this. I'm going to start with probably rut-time tubers. I'm going to dump this in a 5-gallon bucket with the equal parts fertilizer. And I'm going to dump it in and I'm going to get spreading. So we'll see you out in the food plot. Alright, so it's probably not the greatest angle, but so I got the rut-time tubers here. I'm going to open that up. And you can see just how small those seeds are. So I'm going to dump them in the 5-gallon pail, and then I'm going to take the same amount of fertilizer, and I don't have my knife on me, so we're going to have to just rip it, and I'm going to dump the same amount of fertilizer right in there too, just to kind of help broadcast it without overseeding anything. So that's about half, and then I'll do the same thing with the beets and turnips. When I'm all done, I'm going to do half the plot that, half the plot the beets and turnips, and then I'll have an extra half acre for next year, or maybe even another plot this year. Seems how I just acquired another good chunk of land. So we got it in here. I'm just going to give it a good mixing. Now because it's going to rain like crazy tomorrow, so I like to plant, not like crazy, but enough to get this distributed without washing it away. So it should be just fine. I did the same thing last year and my food plot grew. I did it in all this rut-time tubers and it grew awesome. So try not to spill too much. Could probably get a funnel, but we don't have to worry about it. Alright, I'm just going to give it a good mix inside there too. So we're going to put this on. Tighten it up good, and then it just lifts up. It's got this nice handle on the side here. Slide that into my thing, and then here's the food plot. It's right behind my shed here. Like I said, we won't really be hunting this. This is just mostly for feeding the local deer that we have living around the property. I'm going to put a revolve cam in the middle and just see. There's swamp here, big cornfields out back, so we might pull some stuff out, but it should grow well out here. Nice soft ground. And this is the window I was talking about, which is awesome, so I can watch it. But right now I have that completely closed. So when I was inside checking, I kind of looked for what I thought would be the perfect amount of open for the size of these things, and it was just literally right about 1. So I'm going to open it to 1, let some product fall down in, or some seed fall down in, and then just start cranking it. I'm going to go about halfway, so this top's going to be tubers, the bottom down towards the swamp's going to be turnips and beets. So I'm going to start right in this corner. I'm filming this on my phone, so hopefully the wind's not too bad. I'm going to crank this open. I can hear seed falling down. This you can adjust to shoot. I'm going to leave it all the way open. And then over on this side, your crank. Now I can tell by doing that it needs to be open just a little bit more. There it goes. So now we're broadcasting, and it's not overly throwing it, which is nice, because last year I kind of overseeded a little bit. Alright, so after doing it for a little while, I realized that opening it up a little bit more helps, and I kind of twist like this as I'm going. So I'm about right here up, I've planted. So all that's planted. So I'm going to go from here down to there. Now it gets skinnier down there, so one more pass and I should be about halfway done, I would say. I have 2 bags. I have 2 bags of the turnips and radishes, so if I have to dip into the other one to finish off that bottom, I can. I just want to get these tubers done. There's still about 1/4 of a bucket left, so I should be able to go down and back one more time and put me at the halfway point. So far it's been working good. You just got to make sure you close that up all the way to the off position, that dial, when you stop, or else it just keeps pouring out, which is obvious. If it's open, it's going to pour out if it's small seed like this. So we'll see how it grows. We do have a little bit of weeds, but not too bad coming up. My uncle dissed this earlier today with his tractor, so should be good. And we'll just keep on cranking and get that done, and we'll see how she grows.